Good evening, everyone. I'm Rob. Just wanted to come to you tonight and talk about monetization of a YouTube channel. I know there's a lot of people out there because I see the videos on YouTube myself. Small creators, medium-sized creators, a lot of creators wanting to monetize a YouTube channel. And there's a couple of ways to do it. And I've tried them and I want to let you know what exactly is involved when we try to monetize a YouTube channel, when I try to monetize a YouTube channel, because I'm going to give you my experience in this process, this continuing process. It's a continuing process. So we'll discuss that tonight about monetizing a YouTube channel, and we'll also discuss the Asbury Revival. And that revival is in a small college in Asbury, Kentucky, Asbury College in Kentucky. It's kind of exciting. I've seen a little bit about it. Just some housekeeping here to begin with. I cannot really see any comments, so if somebody makes a comment, don't take it personally if I don't respond, because I can't really see the comments too well from my phone. For whatever reason, I have to do these videos when I do them live on a phone in a vertical format. And so we'll discuss that, and we're going to discuss, first of all, the monetization of a YouTube channel. And what I'm going to do is give you some context to that, because there's a lot of people that try to start and monetize a YouTube channel, and we all have different experiences doing that. So what I mean by that is we bring different experiences to the table. Some people have a lot of education, some people have high school educations, some people are good writers, some people are creative. You get the idea. There's all different kinds of people on YouTube, and all different type of people trying to monetize their YouTube channel. Now, if you do a quick search on YouTube, you're going to find videos from creators saying that in 30 days they got 500,000 subscribers, or they got 1 million views, and if you follow this technique, then you're going to get monetized, you're going to get viewers, you're going to make a lot of money. And I'm going to tell you my experience with that, and it's been a long experience, and I'm just talking about this now. So to give you an idea how long this experience of mine has been, I'll let you know. I started the YouTube channel that you're looking at right now 17 years ago. That's a long time. That's a long time for a YouTube channel, but to be honest, I didn't start posting videos until 2020. So since 2020 to right now, it's almost 2.5 years. Not quite 2.5 years. That's a considerable amount of time. And not only is that 2.5 years a considerable amount of time, I'm going to give you exactly how much time that I put into this YouTube channel. And YouTube's surprising response to me anyway, when I try to monetize the YouTube channel that you're watching right now. I don't know if any of you have any experience with YouTube or dealing with YouTube, or it's the same thing with Facebook. I can give you a lot of kind of horror stories about Facebook and trying to monetize that, and trying to deal with the people at Facebook that kind of make the rules. So it's the same thing with YouTube. I have never spoken personally to anyone at YouTube. I wish I could. I did send them a video, and they summarily dismissed the video that I sent to them. And I spent a long time on that video. When I say I spent 2.5 years on this YouTube channel, that's true. I spent a long time sending that video, creating that video that I sent to YouTube about monetization. And I can get into that a little bit later too. But I want to go back to some of the videos or video thumbnails that all of you might see when you scrolling through YouTube and looking for videos and trying to figure out, is it real? Can a creator make any money on video? And you're going to see these videos, again, 30 days I got 1 million subscribers, or 30 days I got 10 million views, or 30 days and I made $10,000, or 30 days. You get the point. You see these videos all the time. And it really drives me, what really drives me crazy, and I'll give you a little hint right now, and a little hint to kind of protect yourself on YouTube. When you see somebody post a video thumbnail and it says, I made $10,321.17 using this technique, you know it's a fraud right there, because they didn't go down to the penny and make that amount of money. Life doesn't work that way. You know life doesn't work that way. Life doesn't go down to the pennies when you're doing a video like that. So be careful. Let me give you a little bit of my background. Hey, let me give you a little bit of my background so you know where I'm coming from. I'm an attorney, licensed to practice law in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and licensed to practice law before the military courts of the United States, and licensed to practice law in the First District Federal Court of Massachusetts. And I have been doing it a long time. When I say a long time, it's been decades. I don't want to give away my age, but I'm not a spring chicken, but I do try to stay active and healthy. And I can get into that a little bit later too, because that has something to do with this monetization on YouTube. And it's a frustrating process. So again, be careful of videos that give you some kind of number that just seems unrealistic. If somebody made money on YouTube or anywhere else in the stock market, trading crypto, trading foreign exchanges, they're not going to make $10,321.17. They're going to be making about $10,000. So right there again, that tips you off as to people probably over-exaggerating what they made, over-exaggerating their video. I try not to do that on my videos. I hope I don't. If I do, I apologize. So back to give you a little bit of context. So with decades of experience, when I started my YouTube channel, I had zero experience making videos. So I started off as a newbie. That was almost 2.5 years ago. So what can we learn from this? What can you learn from this? What can you learn about starting off on YouTube? I can give you a hint right now. It's been 2.5 years and I'm not monetized. I have, if you look at my YouTube channel, and I'm not going to look at it right now, but I'm going to give you a ballpark figure. Since I started this channel, since I started actively using this channel in 2020, I have had over 12 million views on YouTube. So that goes to show you, people who say they have 1 million views and making $10,000 on YouTube, they didn't. They didn't make $10,000 on YouTube for 1 million views. They probably didn't make any money on YouTube, because before you can make money on YouTube, you have to be monetized. And you can't get monetized on YouTube unless YouTube says so, unless YouTube approves your channel. So how do you get monetized? You have to have a certain number of views. You have to have over 1 million views if it's based on YouTube Shorts, and you have to have over 1,000 subscribers in order to get monetized. That isn't the only way to make money on YouTube. It's one of the only ways when you're a newcomer, when you're a newbie. The other way is to post links in your video descriptions to, let's say, products on Amazon. And some people claim that they make money doing that. They might. I can only tell you my personal experience, and that is I've made $0 posting links to products in the YouTube description. So you can probably see where this is going. So I started off in 2020 with no experience, except the experience that I've had as an attorney with decades of legal experience. Also, I was in the United States Marine Corps. I was in the Marine Corps. I was an officer in the United States Marine Corps. I was promoted to the rank of major. So I do have some experience in military affairs. And when I say experience in military affairs, I think one of the biggest advantages somebody in the military has over somebody that might not have been in the military, although this is not an exclusive advantage, is that people in the military tend to be self-motivated. They tend to have discipline, so they'll get up early in the morning, work, try to do their best. And that's really, really just pushed into somebody's brain when they're in the military. And I was in the Marine Corps. I can't talk about the other services, but I imagine the other services are just as motivated or want to motivate the people in their services also just as much as in the Marine Corps. And I'll be honest, in the Marine Corps, I was trained, and all Marines are trained well, and that's what we're trained to do. I just won't even mince any words anymore. We're trained to kill the enemy, to put fear into the enemy, and a lot of us in the military, that were in the military, take that same mindset and apply it to whatever we do. So 2.5 years on YouTube. I posted, and let me get to is it possible to make money on YouTube? It is possible, I suppose. That has not been my experience, and it's a frustrating experience, and I'll let you know about it right now. So over the last 2.5 years, I have worked from morning, and when I say early in the morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning, to many times 10 o'clock at night, creating videos, editing videos, making scripts. You kind of get the idea. I can see that I'm losing viewers, but I'm trying to be honest, and I'm trying to give you, the viewer, an idea of what it's like to create YouTube videos and being a YouTube creator, and giving you a little bit of context in that my background is kind of not in the video background, but in the background that I have enough experience and motivation to motivate my viewers and to motivate people who watch these videos. And I hope I've motivated you, and I hope I've motivated a lot of people. I think I have. So 2.5 years of working 15 hours a day trying to get a channel monetized. Has it been monetized yet? No. Have I met the requirements of monetization? Yes, I have. I have over 1 million views, way more than 1 million views, and I have more than 1,000 subscribers. At this point, it's probably closer to 11,000 subscribers. I try to monetize. I send in a request to YouTube, and what do? They send me a request, an answer back saying that my videos weren't original enough. Okay? Some of them may not be completely original. Every single one of them, I spent time putting subtitles in, editing them, putting titles on them. I won't even bore you with the details, but I spent a long time doing that. And most of them were original videos. Way over 70% of my videos are originals. Okay, so they have that beef with me. I send in a video appeal, and they really don't even bother looking at the video appeal, just kind of say, I didn't follow the directions in their video appeal letter. So I can imagine my monetization and my video appeal goes to somebody somewhere on the other side of the world that has difficulty understanding me because they don't speak English or they don't speak my dialect or whatever it is, and they nix the appeal also. So here we are, 2.5 years into this, millions of views, over 1,300 videos posted, and I've made $0. So is it possible to make money on YouTube? I would say it's possible. And I think, just like in life, and I hope I'm not coming across as too excitable, I did have a health emergency about 5 weeks ago. And did I let that stop me? No, I didn't. I continued with the YouTube videos. I should have probably let it stop me, but I didn't. So my kind of advice, my hope for everyone that's watching right now is to let you know that no matter what you're going through right now in life, what setbacks that you've encountered in life, no matter how many people put you down, no matter what has happened to you in life, that you can if I can get back up, you can get back up too. If I can overcome the setbacks that I've experienced, and I'm only going into this YouTube channel and the health setbacks that I've had, I want to give you encouragement that you can do it also. I don't have any special talents, and I do want to bring up that a lot of times in life, that in order to be successful, it's been my experience just watching people as an attorney and just observing their life, that everybody has difficulties. I've seen people who are madly rich that just, get up in the morning and they have difficulties. The kids don't pay attention to them. They have trouble at work. Maybe their spouse hates them. They have difficulties, and they're going to have to deal with difficulties, and we all have to deal with difficulties, but there's a way around those difficulties, and that is to plow through them. As I said, I was in the Marine Corps, and the Marines, their state of mind, the way that somebody in the military thinks is if there's an obstacle in front of you, then get around it, get under it, get over it. And sometimes, my friends, that doesn't work. Sometimes what happens is the obstacle, you can't get over it, you can't get around it, you can't get through it, there's no way around it, and there's nothing to do but bounce off the obstacle and go in a different direction. And I want to get back to that point I was trying to make. And that is, sometimes no matter what we do in life, we're not going to be successful. And it's frustrating because you see people in life, they're just ordinary people. Like, for instance, President Biden. We can see he's just an ordinary human being. And he was in the right place at the right time. He spent a life in politics, and he was able to, for whatever reason, able to become president of the United States. Does he have any superpowers? Absolutely not. He doesn't. I mean, you can see that he doesn't have powers. And you can look at presidents. It doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. I mean, look at the Bush presidency. He was an alcoholic, I believe, and he just owned a baseball team in Texas, and somehow he was able to become the president of the United States. Now, did it help that his father was the president of the United States and that his grandfather was a senator? And yeah, of course it helped. But sometimes, no matter what we do in life, even if you're a Bush or you're President Biden, you're going to encounter difficulties. I remember one time that President Bush was in front of the United Nations and he was giving an address, and somebody stood up, or somebody, one of the delegates said, "You're the devil." And just think of, put yourself in put yourself in his shoes. That has to affect somebody. It has to affect somebody when you're being called names when you're speaking to the United Nations. So that's what we experience in our lives, right? Which kind of brings me to the Asbury Revival. I'm going to get rid of this computer because I'm not looking at any of it anyway. And it's getting kind of heavy on my lap. And I wanted to bring that up because I am a believer in Jesus Christ, and my life has been based upon my belief in Jesus since I was a little boy. And my life hasn't been easy, and I'm sure your life hasn't been easy either. I grew up in semi-poverty in a big city with 5 brothers and sisters, 6 including me, and my father was a firefighter and my mother was a stay-at-home mom. I had to overcome those difficulties, that I had to overcome that, let's put it that way. I didn't understand it when I was younger, but I had to overcome it as I grew up. And this is how I overcame it, by motivating myself. I went to law school, I went to college, I went to law school, nobody helped me pay for any of that. And with this in mind, that I was determined to use my education, use my own experience to step out and help other people. Lift a hand, bring people up, motivate them, and help them out. And for decades, I have been doing that as an attorney in private practice. I represent people that generally can't afford legal services. So I don't make a huge amount of money. Again, my philosophy in life, I went to Boston College. It's a Jesuit school taught by some Jesuit priests anyway. I don't know how exactly, excuse me, it is now. But when I went there, it was taught by Jesuit priests, and I had a background in that. And it kind of fascinates me to see this revival going on in Asbury, Kentucky, at a small college there. And, whether you're a Protestant Christian or a Catholic Christian or a Greek Christian, whatever denomination you are, or whether or not you are an atheist or an agnostic, or you're having trouble believing, I would encourage you to place your trust in Jesus. And if you haven't already done so, look at that revival. Look at the people who were there 24 hours a day, raising their hands in praise to the living God who guides all our lives. God is the guiding life in everybody's life. God is, and you want proof of the existence of God. Well, if you're a believer, you don't need proof. But if you want proof, look at the sky at night. Look at the stars in the sky at night and wonder how anything or anyone could have placed those stars in the sky. In the daytime, don't look directly at it, but look at the sun. Who could have placed that glowing orb of heat that would disintegrate people even on Earth if we stood out too long in the sun on a hot summer day? Could stand it. So the Lord is God, and he's hard at work, not hard at work, he's at work in Asbury, Kentucky in that revival. So I wanted to come to you tonight, my friends, and discuss with you what it's like to monetize a YouTube, what it's really like to try to monetize a YouTube channel. Sometimes it's impossible. Sometimes, apparently, for some people, it's not impossible. And I also wanted to get on here and give you hope that whatever you're going through in life, whether it's good or bad, if you're going through a good season in life, I'm glad for you. I'm happy. I'm hopeful for you. I'm hopeful for this world. I'm hopeful for this life. and only because Jesus is my hope and God is my hope, and I hope He's your hope too. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Where are you from? I have been talking about monetizing a YouTube channel and how some of the information that we see online, if you do a simple YouTube search, is really just a bunch of fluff and it is untrue. And a lot of the stuff, a lot of the videos on YouTube, I would say are fluff too, and probably aren't true. So I just wanted to get on tonight and let you know about that. I hope you all have a great night. My name is Rob. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later.